Hey everybody. Oh, let me Discord real quick. I'm gonna sneak in some Wildlands real quick. So basically, what's up is today is one of my days off, but I'm super busy today. Like starting at 11 until about probably 6 tonight. I'm gonna be busy. And so I'm gonna try and hurry and sneak in some stuff real quick. Sneak in some Wildlands. I hit level 5. Come to find out, just flying around Nukin Unidad is a great way to level up. Nukin Unidad and Nukin convoys. I had 110,000 of each resource. Like the lowest resource I had was 110,000. And then I got the level 5 LVOA C and maxed it out instantly. I'm trying to get off the hydros if I can. I love them. They're absolutely delicious. They're just very expensive over time.
Oh yeah, we got your helicopter.
You're double streaming for me? What's that mean? Oh dear. Am I gonna break my...
Go on without me. Bird approaching. Stay down.
I was expecting it to rip my thing. Yeah, boy says hi. What? What's going on? I'm confused. Nick, my boy. Get out of here. Oh, you're watching 2 streams. Cool. Well, thank you for being here, man. Even if you're only here half the attention span or whatever, it's still greatly appreciated. That latency, though. Oh yeah, I can understand that. But yeah, so basically what I'm doing today is I'm just gonna be streaming a little bit, probably for an hour or 2. Okay, those 2 are done. I need to fly south. Oh, is this like an Unidad base, or is this the... Oh, this is this place. I know this one. Ouch. You hurt my only like every stream. Well, the thing you have to realize is it's the summer. No one is around for the summer. What the heck? Oops.
Engaging.
Someone don't like me. Who the heck is shooting at me? Anyway,
Oh, shit. We've been spotted.
the summer is my absolute worst time for streaming, like every year. This is technically like my 3rd year of streaming. Like there's almost no one around. Like I'll have a maximum of like 3 or 4, and that's during specific prime times, and that's it.
I'm shooting these fuckers.
Get out of here.
Helo's fucked.
Say, don't give me that crap. But anyway, thank you for being here, Nick. I'm glad you're here, just because in general it's such a low season. Are you freaking kidding me? Really, guys? Really? I ran...
Taking a shot.
Yeah, get the crap out of here. So the question is... lonely? It is. The summer is very lonely when it comes to streaming, for me at least. Most of my kitty. Hello. Gotta rub the tummy. But yeah, most of the people that watch my stream are around for the rest of the year. So like spring, fall, and winter is typically where my following comes from. Summer, everyone takes off for the summer. They all have jobs. They all have family, they're on trips, they're just not around right now. And that's okay. I understand, you know, life gets busy. I don't get to stream nearly as much as I want to during the summer either. Work has been extremely tight for me. Like, the hardest part about my job is trying to keep enough staff. And it's because, in general, my job has a medium-high turnover rate. So, like, the amount of employees that we go through anyway is fairly high. And then we just barely had a couple people get fired. We had some brand new staff get fired. And I'm trying to decide if that was lack of training and lack of like you know, if you give people the rules, the likelihood of them breaking the rules is less. You know what I mean? Like people only break the rules so much if they don't. If they know the rules, you know what I mean? Like if you don't tell people the rules, then the likelihood of them breaking rules is more likely because they don't even realize they are, kind of a thing. But anyway, I'm just curious because like,
Nice move, dumbass. You just hit a civilian.
I don't care. Are you kidding me? If I truly and legitimately got in trouble for the number of civilian kills I had in this game, I would be kicked out of the military.
I'll have the rebels come pick this stuff up.
Like an entire city's worth of people would be dead if it was how that worked. Kitty!
Clear out. I'll meet you there.
Really ought to let me drive.
The cat's doing the thing where he's literally just hanging out behind me, meowing, and I'm like, come here. I'm like, I'll pet you and love you. Oh, kitty. How you doing, Bernios? Whoa, where'd you go? Hi. Gotta rub that butt. I got you, boy. Is that better? Oh, yeah. See, the problem is it's early in the morning. It's early in the morning and my wife is in bed still. So typically my wife and I both work swing shifts, which is between, so for my wife it's 2 o'clock and 11 because she has a bunch of breaks. Mine is a straight shot where I don't have any breaks, but I'm paid directly for my time. So my shifts are technically shorter than my wife's, but I don't get any breaks. And it's because the company I work for works on an 8-hour schedule, and so there's like you'll have someone work from 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, and then you'll have someone work from 4 in the afternoon till midnight, and then midnight to 8 in the morning. And that's how my job works. Gosh, I wish cat hair didn't. Sorry if I'm blowing in your ear. But anyway. And so basically it's 3 8-hour shifts. And they're an 8-hour shift from start to finish. You don't get any breaks, but the shifts are fast because they are exactly 8 hours. And ultimately it's not a super hard job. It's just fairly emotionally demanding. Emotionally and mentally demanding. Lots of problem solving. But anyway, but yeah, so she works from 2 to 11, and then I work from 4 to midnight.
I'm engaging tangos.
And then if my wife stays late, which during the summer is the busy time for my wife, so my wife works late during the summer and oftentimes is working on the weekends. And so she'll typically sleep until like 11 or 1.
Unidad chopper, stay low.
But yeah, so it's that time of year, and so like my wife is super busy, and I'm super busy, and she's gonna sleep until like 11 or 10, probably 10 because she has an
Food
appointment
truck's
this
secure.
morning.
Let's call in the location to the rebels.
Yeah, see, I'm
They
tier
can send
5,
some
almost
people
tier
to pick it up
4.
later.
See, what I want to know is if I can keep this rifle if I turn off tier 1. I just want to know if I can turn off tier 1 and keep my assault rifle here. This is the tier
Go on,
5
I'll meet you.
rifle. When you hit tier 5, you unlock this rifle. And come to find out, it's just a much better version of the one I already have. Come to find out. See, look. I need ARs. Okay. See, the LVOA regular is my favorite rifle. And then the LVOA C Bad News is the exact same rifle, except for it does way more damage. Almost double the damage. And it also has better accuracy, better penetration, and better handling. Slightly less range, though. But that's because I specifically equip my rifles for good range. The better your range is, the less bullet drop you have. And bullet drop is important to me the way I play because I typically do like a 2 or 3 round burst to the chest. And so if your drop is too low, you'll drop it right between their knees. And then they freak out and run, you know. If 2 bullets go right between their knees and hit the ground behind them. Oops, I went on the wrong side of the mountain. Well, here we go. I missed it. I love this song.
What the fuck were you doing? That was a civilian.
I love this game. If I had a nickel for all the civilians I hit, man, I could retire. It's really actually quite nice. All you have to do to level up in this game on the tier 1. It's annoying because it takes a long time, but the process is rather simple. There are certain missions that you can just go back and forth and farm every time you level up, as well as there are certain like if you just hunt convoys.
Target spotted.
Like if you just hunt convoys and then farm specific missions and then just fly around and nuke all the Unidad, you level up really fast. Because it's like I'm getting a minimum of 150 per truck. Typically it's, yeah, with me at tier 5, it's typically closer to 6, almost 700, which is good. Oh. Now, I've kind of figured out how the truck spawning works. So the way the truck's spawning works is the vehicles spawn in anyway. Like, they have set paths, set things that they do. And so the way it works is... I don't even care about that car. But anyway, so basically the way it works is the more you... So, like, you find one corner that has 2 trucks on it, and then if you just if you just fly away a certain amount and then fly back, you'll actually find trucks on the exact same path, going the exact same direction they were as if you hadn't destroyed them. Like, they'll respawn in right where they would have been if they hadn't have been destroyed. So, like, you fly away from an area and fly back, and so, like, let's say there were 3 trucks, and I fly in, nuke all 3, and then fly out to the very edge, and then fly back in. All 3, or most likely, all 3 of those trucks would have respawned in, and would be just further down the road if they had not been destroyed. Once I figured that out, farming trucks became a lot more efficient.
What's your fucking problem? You just hit a civilian.
I wish I could turn off the AI, you know, pardon the language, bitching every time I killed a civilian. It is super annoying. Yeah, see, like, this is the same truck. I just nuked it. Let's see if I can respawn it. So in theory, if I fly it away, the truck should appear on the right side there. Oh, yep, see? Just spawned back in, except for now it's way up here.
Enemy marked.
Great.
They know we're here. I've got Cartel
Screw you.
Sicario
Yep, see, and then
incoming.
it already respawned again. So, something cool, Nick, something cool that I learned recently, which I think you'll appreciate if you haven't already done this. So there's this program called Voodoo, okay? And what Voodoo does is it's basically Walmart's video streaming service, but they have a feature called Disc to Digital, where certain publications and certain releases of some movies, you can take the CD and put it in your. There's a program called Voodoo to Go, and it lets you take your DVDs and put them into your computer, and if it recognizes the CD and it's one that's allowed and available due to copyright and everything, they will let you buy a digital copy of the movie for $2. And then what happens is there's another program called Movies Anywhere, and if you go onto your Movies Anywhere and then you link your accounts, so like you link Amazon Prime and Voodoo together through Movies Anywhere, when you do that, you merge your libraries and you then take all of your DVDs that you turned into digitals. So it ends up being $2 a digital per movie. But it's like by the time you're done, you can take, like I took probably a third to a half of my DVD collection and turned them into digitals. It cost me like $100, but I got about 50 to 100 DVDs
We're out. I'll meet you
that
there.
are now
I'm good. Crank it.
digital, and it linked them to my Amazon account. So now when I go on to Amazon Prime, I suddenly have a crap ton more. That's a truck or a helicopter. I want trucks. Okay, I'm close enough now. I can start the actual missions now. Northern Plain. But anyway, so basically it lets you, if you do it right, you can link a bunch of accounts together and get a whole bunch of your DVDs into digital form for really cheap. Because if you think about that, that's like 20% what they're worth, and you get a digital copy of it. So like I got all of the Harry Potters, Blu-ray or pure DVD. In theory, Blu-ray works as well. I've had trouble getting the Blu-rays to register. Supposedly all the Blu-rays are as well part of the system. I've just struggled to get them to recognize. But all the DVDs for sure work.
Tango marked. He's got a civilian nearby.
Did I accidentally get all those dudes too? Awesome. But yeah, I did a stack of DVDs a couple days ago. It cost me like $100 total, and it's like I got all of the Harry Potters. I got all of the. What all did I get? I got Avatar Extended Edition. I got all the Mummy movies, all the Scorpion King movies, almost all of the Fast and the Furious movies. The ones that I struggled with was there was a handful. Oh, see, this one respawned back in again. This truck. The ones that struggled was like, for example, I bought the Harry Potter double disc set collection where like I bought like Harry Potter 1, 2, 3, and 4 was one set, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, A and B was the second set, and when I went to put them in, it didn't recognize the first disc, so I got number 2 through number 2 through the rest, but number 1 didn't take, so I had to rebuy a copy of. My choice was either to find someone who had a copy of Harry Potter 1 and then retry it, or because I own a copy of the movie, it just wouldn't recognize my disc. So I either needed to borrow someone else's or just buy another digital copy. And it was on sale. It was like $9 or something. So I just bought another copy of that one. But it's cool. The DVDs Anywhere is cool because it allows you to link it to your Amazon Prime. So you can take all your movies that you do this with, and you can put them onto, like, you can get them onto your Amazon Prime. And it's interesting because Amazon Prime has rights to movies that Movies Anywhere doesn't. So, like, come to find out, I originally got it because I was like, oh yeah, I'll use Movies Anywhere and it'll get me all my stuff. But then I reopened my Prime and because I had linked my Prime, it had put them all there too. And I went, oh. And so actually what it did is, by doing this whole process, it gave me way more movies on my Prime than I had.
Macabre and the Negotiator are dead.
Bravo Zulu. This will cripple negotiations with the Peruvians. Their bosses will use this to
So basically it was pretty sweet because it ended up letting me take all of a good chunk of my DVDs and transfer them onto my Prime account, because Prime doesn't let you do disc to DVD, but they link with a company that does. And that's where it got cool, is I was like, oh, sorry, we're flying through what's called it's a mix of fog and what's called God rays, and it's what's the other word for it? It's a photography word. I'm trying to remember what it is. There's a certain time of day, it's right before dusk, and you can it's typically when you get the best pictures. I think it's like 8 it's like 7:30 or 8:30 at night. It's right as the sun is about to hit it's called Glorious Light. That's what it's called, Glorious Light. And it happens every night from like 7 to like 9 is the Glorious Light time. And it has to do with the angle of the sun being so close to the horizon, and it's the angle that it comes in gives everything a beautiful glow. But they call it Glorious Light in the photography industry. Whoops. Forgot to start the mission. Hopefully I'm not too close. There we go.
We've got coordinates on
There we
several
go.
downed airplanes loaded with Peruvian cocaine and
But yeah, I was able to put a good chunk of my DVDs over. There are certain publications, like most Disney movies, you can't do, which means you can't get any of your Star Wars films, which sucks. You can't get any of the Disney classics through this method, at least not at this point. The big thing is that Disney is starting to pull all of their movies from everywhere anyway, because they're starting their new streaming service soon. They've announced they're going to do a Disney streaming service for like $6 or $7 a month, which is really cool, just saying. Provided they don't do anything stupid with it, it could be incredibly cool. What I hope is that they'll do their streaming service, make it be $7 a month or whatever, and then just have everything that they've been hiding in the vault for the last 50 years, and have that come out and be part of their collection again. I'm just curious to see if they're going to do that, or if they're going to continue to hide a bunch of their DVDs behind a bunch of walls, you know. Because typically what they do is and it's funny because a lot of my friends talk about it and they get pissed about it, but really it's just good management. Like, I look at it and I go, yeah, it kind of sucks for the rest of us, but it makes perfect sense why they do it. So what Disney does with their DVDs is they only release their DVDs every so many years, and they release them at full price. But instead of always having them be on the market and always having their price be low, they drive up sales and drive up profit by only releasing them so often. Now I'm curious to see how this will transfer, or
Marking an enemy. Negotiators down.
I'm curious to
Dead.
see how that will
HVT
end up
is down. Say
transferring
again, La Cabra is
as
down.
far as the streaming service goes. My one thought is if they wanted to continue to do something similar,
Target KIA.
what they could do is have the bulk of their shows be on there all the time, but then have a list of seasonal movies that rotate. So like you'd have the movies that are always on, which are like the ones that kids want to see the most or whatever. So like for example, they could still rotate movies in and out of their own circulation if they wanted, based on season. So like they could be like, the Christmas movies are only going to be available from October till January, and then kind of rotate it that way, and then be like, oh, all of the popular summer movies will only be available from April till September. And I mean, they could still do something like that and have it not throw too many wrenches in
Got two
everything,
birds coming in.
but it just depends on how they do it.
Spotted the
If
crowd
they do it
too.
well, it'll be a wonderful service. The big thing is, I follow the stock market pretty heavily because it's fascinating, first off, as well as there's a lot of money in the stock market. And so from a like wanting to invest and wanting to grow and learn how to do those things, the more you research, the more you learn, you know. And it's fascinating because for a really long time, Netflix has owned that pie.
Destroyed.
Because if you compare services, for example, Netflix typically sells for like $200-300 a share, or a stock or whatever. And so what happens is if you pay attention to that, you go, oh, hang on, I'm gonna turn around and go get this real quick, because this convoy is now worth more experience than what I'm gonna get from going and doing La Cabra. So I want to go nail this convoy while it's right here. But anyway, so like, and it's interesting because I follow it quite heavily because it's fascinating and there's all that money in it, you know. But it's like, one of the things I was looking at was, so HBO just announced that they're going to start their own streaming service.
Escort has been destroyed.
What were the other two? There were like 3 of them that decided to do
Boys
that.
totally armed.
HBO, Disney, and was it MGM?
Got a non-armored vehicle in the convoy.
I don't remember. There was one more that was going to do it. Get out of the car. See, the thing that I've discovered farming these is when you're this low on the tier program, you don't care whether or not you tag it fully healthy or destroyed. Legitimately, you don't care. Some people will collect it anyway, but they're just wasting their time. See, because I get 8,000 per pop, and that's on a busted up, you know, truck. When you first start off, like when you're tier 30, your trucks are only worth like 2,500 or whatever, or 2,600. They're really low. But when you're this far into the tier program, they're worth
Move out, I'm
bang.
on your
You'll
six.
get
Good to go.
you'll get 50% more.
We got Onadat coming in.
Oh yeah, we do. But yeah, you'll have 50% more than they would have been worth anyway. Okay, so the northern one is done. We need La Cabra.
We have intel
So what
that
I
the
figured
convoy
out
is
is,
scheduled for a
if you
meet
farm
with
these
Peruvian
out, farm out the
counterparts.
missions,
Crash the meeting
and then-
eliminate them both.
and there's 3 sets of missions you can do. So there's the 2 sets of missions down here where you do this one, and then the northern plain and La Cabra. You do those back and forth, and then you do southern and eastern plain. So if you just farm these 2 and then farm those 2 until they're worth nothing, and then go do Boston Reed and the convoy up in the Salt Flats, you can get like 30,000 experience. You can get like 1/3 to 1/4 of your level up requirements every single level. So every time you level up, they reset, and you can turn around and go do them again. I have noticed though that there is a glitch where if you level up from doing these missions, it doesn't always reset the experience because you were just doing them. So I typically try to do these first and then go farm on just the trucks, the Unidad trucks, and then come back after I level up. But yeah, I have until, so I have, what was it, 9:41? I have an appointment at 11. I got my massage license finally. Took me 2 years, but I got it.
The party's already started.
Part of it was I was just super pissed off at the test, and I was super pissed off at the test, and I didn't go, just go retake it or continue to study and retake the test. And then they redid the test anyway, just because the bar of entry was too high. Go figure. Southern Plane. The thing, come to find out, the thing that I was complaining about for 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, was exactly correct, and the bar of entry was too high for the field. You don't need to know rocket science to be able to be a massage therapist, you know. But anyway, so I got that license, and so I'm now in practice a little bit. And the ultimate goal, and the ultimate thing I've discovered is massage therapy is a great, what's the word? It's a great secondary source of income. I don't recommend massage as a primary source of income. It makes a wonderful part-time job or side job, but I do not recommend it as a full-time job. Just for the how fast it burns yourself out. Like, people freak out over it because they're like, what? A 30K a year part-time job? Heck yeah. And the answer is yeah, for the first 5 years, and then you turn around and retire because you messed up your body because you didn't take care of yourself. And that's the kicker. Massage is great if you're doing it in, what's the word? Basically, moderation. Massage is a great career if you do it in moderation. If you full-time it, oh my gosh, you better have the best self-care plan in the world. Like, you better be getting massaged daily on your arms. Because typically the amount of damage you do to your arms and your wrists and hands is nuts. Although one of the best self-cares you can do is to take a really, really hot bath and massage your own arms after every day of massaging, because you cramp up your muscles as you massage.
Another tango.
Alright, let's see here. I need to get in close enough that it'll tell me where my targets are. There's one. And then there's one.
Fuck, engaging.
And then there's one. And there's one. I've done that mission enough times that I've finally memorized where they all are. But yeah, it's just interesting because it is a pretty good side job to have for sure. Like, massage college took, I think my program was 9 months or 10 months, and it cost about 10-12 grand for a massage program. And then you factor in, you can be making $60, $50, $60 a massage, and that's per hour. So it's like, if you plan yourself to have, you know, two or three a day, or, you know, the big thing that I found is if you get to the point where you're like, you're working a 9 to 5 and then you do 1 or 2 massages in the evening, works out really well. A ton of extra cash just to have around. The hardest part is, like, everyone goes, oh, you gotta go? Nick, as always, it's a pleasure, good sir. I will catch you later. You have a fantastic day. I'm only going to be on a little bit longer as well.
Got a tango. Got another tango.
I have an appointment at 11, and I'm probably going to leave a little early for it, because I have another appointment right after that, and then I have another appointment right after that. So it's like today is a super busy day for me. But thank you so much for hanging with me, Nick. I always enjoy having you here. Oh, there we go. All right, see you, man.
They know
You have
we're
a
here.
great day. The other problem is I'm streaming a game that
We've got coordinates on several downed airplanes.
only a handful of people even enjoy watching me play this game. That's the other reason why no one's here. But yeah, you have a great day, sir. It's past 11 where you are. Ah, it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning where I am. Like, I just got up for the day. For some reason, I've been waking up at like 8 every day. Crack a dawn. Still tired though, go figure. Oh, I need to check my phone too. Need to see how the world of finance is doing. Oh. Yeah, that one's struggling a little bit. That one's struggling a lot. That one's okay. That one's struggling a lot. That one's doing okay. Yeah, we're experiencing a little stock crash today. Not bad, but a little bit. I watched this for you, except Factorio and Wildlands. Except for Factorio and Wildlands. Yeah. See, wait, so you like Factorio and like Wildlands as well? Because yeah, the bulk of the people that enjoy watching my streams, like the majority of the people that watch my streams at all, or are
Got the fucking
for
helo.
for Factorio. That was where the majority of my people came
Enemy
from
spotted.
in the first place. And I'm currently taking a break from Factorio until I can. I'm just trying to grind down this. The problem is Factorio and this both take too much time, each individually, and I need to get this done before
Open
September.
fire.
And I have a lot of crap going on. I have a lot of family stuff and work stuff going on between now and September.
Shit, they
So I'm
spotted
trying to
us.
hurry and farm this down. I've been grinding this out religiously for the last like month,
Blanco is destroyed.
trying to get it done just because I don't have time later. Factorio is great because I can put in as much or as little time as I want and get a lot done. This one, it's literally just a matter of time grinding. And so as soon as I can grind this out and be done, I can move on. I don't like it when you always restart Factorio, but Factorio can wait. Yeah, the problem is with Factorio, by the time I stream it, but in between streams, I'll have put in 50 hours in between streams.
We've got coordinates on several downed airplanes loaded with Peruvian.
Typically
cocaine
not quite that
intended
much,
for
but a
cartel.
lot. Like I'll
Get to
have
the crash sites and destroy the shipments before Santa Blanca can recover.
because Factorio is one of those that I can play at work when I'm doing a graveyard. When I'm doing graveyard shifts, I can work on Factorio worlds. You grind a couple games religiously? Yeah, me too. Factorio is a fun one. The issue is, and the reason why I keep restarting is I'm struggling to find a good balance of mod mixes and long game developments. The problem is you hit a certain tier of science and I just don't care anymore. Like by the time I get there, I look at how complicated the science is and I don't care at that point. And I'm looking at it going, and it's about the time you hit purple and in industrial and high-tech science, about the time you hit those two, I'm burned out. By the time I get to that point in the game, it's like the enemies are all up to blue biters and blue spitters. And the big thing that they did that really peeved me is they locked the robots behind, what is it, high-tech
They know we're
science?
here.
Ask the person if they like Factorio and if they have unlimited. Unlimited? Unlimited what? Okay, I'm doing each of these one more time and then I'm done.
We've got coordinates on several downed
Cargo destroyed.
And then I can go back to farming trucks. The issue that I've had is internet. The issue I've had just in general with it is that I really enjoy doing the the robots. I hate that they ultra late gamed the robots. I think that's stupid. Why would you do that? People with OCD like Factorio. This is true. The issue that I've had just in general is that they took the robots and they made them ultra late game. Like the requester chest, they locked behind like the second to last science. And by then, you're done with the game. Because the robots are fun. I love the robots, but they made them hyper late game. And by then, you're done playing the game, so who the crap cares? You're so established at that point, it doesn't even matter, because the game's over. And that just peeves me, because it's like, I want to, I like, I've built bases where the entire base is built based around robots, and I thought it was super cool. I thought it was fun, I had fun doing it, and then they were like, no, we're going to make that ultra hyper late game. And I'm like, why? Wow. I missed all three of them with that one shot. I only got two with that one. Okay, it's that time of night that I can't see. Here we go. I was about to say I'm missing one and I can't even see it. Let's see, I need to fly over to this mountain range. But yeah, I have plans to... Okay, let's see here. Okay, these are all down. Okay. I need to pick a location, like right there.
That batch of Polvo Blanco
I
is
saw a
destroyed.
dude place robot ports in storage in place of blueprint that removed it to make it portable. Interesting. The thing that I found, which is super fun, is I really enjoy... So, okay, here's the problem. The problem is there's 3 or 4 things I enjoy in Factorio. Primarily, I enjoy doing large train worlds. The main issue I've run into is I run out of things to do. Like building a mega base. I wish there were more things to build that had value, that took up resources, besides just the... oh, interesting. They have a different colored light. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. The Unidad might have LEDs while everyone else has the yellow lights. Or the high halogens, or whatever they're called. The super... Yeah, see, that one is too. It's a blue light. Interesting. I didn't realize that till now. I've got like 300 hours in this game and I just noticed that. But anyway. So I really enjoy doing train worlds. I really enjoy doing high combat worlds. And I also enjoy worlds where the science isn't locked behind... Oh, see, that one has yellow lights. I just don't like where the sciences are as slow as they are. And they're very resource heavy. I just wish there were more things besides science. Because he didn't have the personal robot and solar, shitty power armor, just can't get through stuff like it. Well, it depends on what mods you're using. There are some really good mods for solar late game. Coming to find out, the Bioindustries solar is pretty good. The dark matter, or the dark star utilities is pretty good too. I just have in vanilla. Yeah. I don't play vanilla. Like, here's the thing: if I play vanilla, I play vanilla with enemies turned off. If I play vanilla. If I play vanilla, I play with the enemies turned off. And it's just for the simple fact of I build massive train worlds in vanilla and I love it. And I don't care for the stress of trying to micromanage all of that. Wow, you're just like turning there, bud. Just flipped a full 180 over me, that guy did. But anyway, time is it? 45 minutes in. Okay. But yeah, I really enjoy Factorio. I really do. There are just certain thresholds where I just stop caring,
Enemy
which
marked.
is too bad because it's a phenomenal game. I just, as far as the late game robos, the hard part is they made it super complicated to get to nuclear. And I don't know if that's a whole, they watched the people speedrunning too much and went, oh, we need to adjust this, because let's be honest, who the crap cares? You know, who the crap cares about there we go. Oh, I also need bleed out time. I have a bunch of things I never grabbed. Non-portable charging pads with transformers for DC and DC batteries in a small space to recharge your armor would be nice. Well, having more power options, that was one of the things about vanilla that always bothered me, was the armor sets. I always found the best armor in the game to be insufficient late game. Like,
Hit civilians, dumbass. Get
yeah,
your fucking head on straight.
mixed emotions, you know what I mean? Alright, hang on, let me check here because I just leveled up. Yeah, see, all of these immediately reset again. So I'm going to take out this convoy, land, get a new chopper, and then probably immediately go. If this Unidad doesn't get in the way, which he currently is.
You got a tango with multiple civilians around.
Oh, come on, stop being dumb. Thank you.
Escort destroyed.
But yeah, I love the game,
I'm opening fire.
and I'd love to play it a lot more.
Escort vehicle destroyed.
I'm just struggling to get the right mod set where I can enjoy it and not have it be stupid late game.
Escort to stay nowhere here.
No, there's an
What's your fucking problem? You just hit a civilian.
problem is this place has enemies in it. Yeah, I can't even go collect it now. I hate when the biggest thing I hate about this difficulty is not being able to see the little circles or the little areas of where enemies are. Like, to fly over a base and not or a city and have no clue if there's any enemies there really is annoying, because it means you basically have to let the convoys get through the cities 100% of the time, or else you're gonna run into trouble. Apparently we need to scan, or it wants to scan. Yeah, see, this is why. Because you have this pull up.
We got more cartel guys incoming.
Well, at least the dudes were able to stop that.
I asked the rebels to recon the area for us.
Transmitting intel on enemy positions.
See, I just love that. I just scanned to find enemies and it found no one. But clearly there's someone alive because they keep calling in vehicles on me.
Got eyes on a tango. He's got a lot of background.
Wait. Oh. Just a charging pad, like you can't use the armor while charging, only for the pad. Make sure you can charge each car. Please. The big one that I would really enjoy seeing is having more options to tether. It's a small child. Let's not shoot the small child, okay?
Why did you shoot a civilian?
Because he was surrendering in the middle of the street next to my target. And typically that's what the cartel dude does. Let's be honest, he was surrendering next to a vehicle that every time you take it out has a surrendering dude in it. So was I correct? No, absolutely not. But did I do the same thing I've done 100% of the time playing this game? Yes. But yeah. I just wish there was a third power option eventually, or a rotating power one. Always being connected to the grid. Well, that's kind of the point.
I asked the rebels to send over a vehicle for us.
As long as you can stay connected to your grid, you become really powerful, and that's kind of the point of it.
I got it. I'll fly.
But yeah, it's a fun game. I love it to death. I plan to play it a lot more. Really.
Enemy reinforcements coming in.
Yeah, I'm done with you guys. Okay, I'm coming back down. I actually had it happen at just the right time. I leveled up at just the right time that I
We've
can
got
immediately go back and
coordinates
do
on
the
several
missions.
downed airplanes loaded with Peruvian cocaine intended for the cartel. Get to the crash sites and destroy.
And
the
I love
shipments
these
before
missions
Santa
up here
Blanca can
because
recover
they're
them.
fast. You know, being able to grow half to a third of your level in, you know, an hour is pretty good. Yeah, it would appear things are pretty dumb right now. Yeah, everything's going down. Down, down, down. Down. Woo! Sorry, I'm on my phone. Checking my stats here. Okay, that one's leveled out. The rest of those have gone down. Yeah. It would appear there's been a mini crash today on the stock market. Not a bad one, just a little one. Enough that it's annoying. From a, my stuff that I'm doing on the stock market is very fast. It grows quickly, and so whenever there's a small crash, that's a week, 2 to 3 days to a week of basically stagnant stock just sitting there, because the stuff, like for example, for me where I'm at right now, when the stock crashes, it's like it costs me like 20 bucks. Like it costs 20 bucks. But as soon as it recovers,
Fuck, engaging.
get it. Every time it crashes a little crash like this, it just delays me by like a couple days until it recovers.
Engaging
So I
hostile.
mean, it's not a huge deal as much as it just slows things down, and then I have to wait for it to come back up. Did that actually take one out? That is awesome. One of the targets, the helicopter, I shot it and it landed on it and
Cocaine
exploded.
shipments destroyed.
Okay, where's that helicopter at? Here we go.
Your lieutenant's trying to escape.
Alright, let's do the Cabra.
We have intel that La
And I wanna
Cabra is
see-
scheduled for a meet with her
Yeah, that's
Peruvian
like-
counterpart. Crash the meeting and eliminate them both.
A lot of experience. Your messages keep getting held for review. Show. Show. It's because you used shitty in one and then F you a bunch. Or fuh a bunch. Whoops. Get that out of here. You're making YouTube's filter think too hard, man. But yeah, the plan is to try and do more like Minecraft and do more Factorio and stuff. I just gotta get this done first. Supposedly there's like 11 games coming out that I'm interested in this year, but I haven't really seen much of them just because they're all late end of the year stuff. So between now and then it's like I have nothing to do except for this, farming this out.
Get eyes on a captain. Coming on third target. HVT is down. Say again. La
Yep.
Cabra is down. Target KIA.
Yeah, they are. Took a missile to the face. But yeah, it's fun. Fun
Negotiator's
game.
down. He's dead.
Fun game. I have fun doing it. I'm just ready to be done with the. My biggest thing is I'm ready to be done playing this game on the hardest difficulty. I want to know once I hit tier 1 if I can turn off tier 1 and keep this rifle. Because it's still a great rifle. Battery bots. Ah, battery bots. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Things are going pretty well. The streaming is super slow, but that's fine. A couple things, Nick, as far as the streaming stuff goes. So, I'm currently streaming to Facebook and YouTube, not to Twitch. And the reason being is I have way more people watch me on YouTube most of the time than Twitch ever had. Like when I accepted partner or affiliate status on Twitch, I was averaging 9 viewers a stream on YouTube.
I'm engaging takeaways.
Whoop. Apparently I was not quite locked on yet. Oh my gosh, this helicopter is pissing me off. When a helicopter dodges enough times that my incredibly weak AI gunner actually manages to kill him. And I hate how far they can shoot you. Like, he is so far beyond my lock-on range. And yet he's able to shoot me, supposedly. Drives me nuts.
Cocaine shipment destroyed.
You're kidding. I don't understand. These rockets are so pathetic. There we go. Anyway, Nick, always a pleasure. I'm hoping to be able to get Twitch to finally get rid of my affiliate status, and then I'll start streaming on Twitch again. That's the plan. Then I'll stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time. I'm just making 5 times as much a month streaming using Patreon as my subscription service versus Twitch. Twitch was taking 50% of everything off the top, and that's a lot of money that they were taking off the top. So there's just 10 times the bang, or 5 to 10 times the bang for the buck, having it be through Patreon instead of through Twitch. Excuse me. But anyway, Nick, it's always a pleasure, good sir. I will catch you when I catch you. I will be on. I'm trying to be on every. Oh, did I not? Gosh dang it. Flew all the way over here and didn't start the new mission. I think I have to be just outside the basin to start it. Yeah. Okay, stop. I'm just like, back out. And it's just like, this menu, that menu? I'm like, no, leave me alone. You're kidding me. I'm like 1,000 away, and it's like, no, you need to leave the area.
We have intel that La Cabra is scheduled.
There we go. It has to reset all the people and everything.
Crash the
So.
meeting and eliminate them both.
But yeah, I'll catch you later, Nick. As always, it's a pleasure. I'm getting off here in a second, too, actually. I have that appointment at 11 today, and I'm going to try and go a little early and see if I can be done a little early, just because I've got another appointment immediately after that.
Another Tango, marking the captain.
Swing.
Negotiators down. Dead. HVT is down. Say again. La Cabra is down.
Sweet. Northern Plain.
Target KIA.
Yeah, I can probably get away with streaming for another 5 minutes, and then I should get off. I'll try and just finish this mission and then the Cabra mission one more time, because that should maximize them. Because we're at, yeah. So it's interesting. I was reading one of the articles talking about the second game coming out, and one of the things they were talking about it is they're like, yeah, we're gonna have 2 knives or 2 melee weapons, and then each melee weapon is gonna have a skin, and depending on which skin you have equipped is which execution you will do with them. And then there's a different execution whether you're
Got 2 birds
in
coming
combat, out of combat,
Blanca spotted the crash.
in front of or behind your target,
I'm opening fire.
which I thought was cool. Okay, and then it spawns it right on me immediately. Gotta love that. But yeah, I just hope they'll do something similar with the night vision, where it's like you can have whatever night vision you want.
Cocaine shipments destroyed.
The annoying part is I did that. Now I have to sit here and wait for the stupid helicopter to come up. Because if I don't, then he'll just shoot me from forever and get in the way of me starting the next mission. There you are. Galleon chopper versus missile chopper. Wonder who's gonna win.
We have intel that La Cabra is scheduled for a meet with her Peruvian counterpart. Crash the meeting and eliminate them both.
I'm just super glad to be able to burn through these missions. I'm still trying to find other missions that are similar, where it's literally just fly over here, destroy this, and have it be worth a lot of experience. See, that's the part I don't understand. This is a 4-skull area, and it's super easy. Like, there's only one mission in this region that's even hard, and that's to steal the car. And that one's only kind of hard. That one's more just time-consuming more than anything. Because if you want to sneak through and kill the entire base without being seen, where there's like 30 dudes in there, that's the hard part, is trying to kill 30 dudes without any of them finding any dead bodies.
I got another. That's 5. HVT is down. Say again. La Cabra is down. Target KIA. Negotiators
Alright, what
down.
time is it?
Dead.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm probably gonna call it there. Thank you everybody for hanging with me. As always, it's a pleasure. I'll catch you guys later. I probably won't be on tonight for any more streaming. Tomorrow I probably will be, though. I will probably be on tomorrow. I have a massage and then a massage, and then a haircut and then a massage, and then I'm hanging out with one of my buddies for a chunk of the afternoon, I guess. And then tomorrow I have off. So today I have off, but I have a crap ton of things going on, even though I have it off. You know what I mean? So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging with me. As always, it's a pleasure. Leave a like, follow, subscription, and the subs are of course through Patreon. Anyway, as always, it's a pleasure. I will catch you guys later.